Hey guys, it's Sagar, and I finally got my hands on the Nothing Phone 1, all thanks to Harsh from Technologue. I had actually pre-booked and ordered this phone on Flipkart the moment it went on sale, but the delivery date given to me was 31st of July, which was totally unacceptable. I know a few guys who ordered a day or two after me and already got their phone, so I don't know where they are shipping my phone from. After this fiasco, I went on to Twitter to ask if I could borrow someone's Nothing Phone 1 for a few days, and Harsh was kind enough to lend me his phone. He has already unboxed and made a couple of videos about it on his channel. I will leave a link to those videos in the description section. You can go over and thank him from my side for letting me use his phone. Now this is neither my unboxing video or a review or a detailed video about this phone, but just my thoughts and initial impressions after looking at it and setting it up for the first time. If you guys don't know this yet, then Nothing is a new company founded by one of the OnePlus's original founder, Carl Pei. They entered the market with their TWS Year 1 last year, and now they dipped their toes in the smartphone industry with this Phone 1. What OnePlus did back when they launched the OnePlus One was pack in all the latest and greatest flagship specs and offer it at an incredibly affordable price, undercutting all the flagships from major smartphone manufacturers at the time. With Nothing, they are adopting a completely different approach. The specifications that they are packing in this phone are almost bare minimum needed to help it perform smoothly. And instead of playing the numbers game, they are trying to differentiate this phone in terms of its looks and the overall usage experience. No one knows how this is going to pan out for Nothing, and everyone has their eyes peeled out and pointed at them. One of the most obvious differentiating factor about this phone is its transparent back. With glass sandwiching the flat aluminum frame from front and back, its design largely felt reminiscent of an iPhone 12. But as you turn it over, you can clearly see that it is not an iPhone. Nothing opted to go with a clear back for this phone. So through the back, you can see a very well laid out wireless charging coil, some ribbon connectors and a few uniquely shaped textured plates which are hiding some of the other internal components. I like the muted back on this black colored phone, but I think most people will end up liking the white one a lot more. I'm sure that one will also show less fingerprints than this black one. Just to be clear, other than the wireless charging coil, I don't think we see any other actual useful components inside the back. So although the back is transparent, you can't really see any of the internal components. Well, at least not the important ones. The other thing at the back are these 900 LEDs in this interesting placement. Nothing calls it glyph interface. These LEDs light up in different patterns for when you get calls and other notifications. While this looks cool and gives the phone a very unique look, I'm not sure how useful it is actually going to be, since most people like to place their phones facing up. This is one of the things which I think I can talk in a separate video as I start using this phone more and more. Other than that, I like how this phone looks and feels. It might look like a normal sized phone in renders, promo materials and videos, but it's a big phone. It's not just taller but even a bit wider for my hands, but I am a big fan of these flat aluminum sides. Say what you will, but they definitely borrow the design elements on the iPhone 12 and 13. Even the placement of the buttons is on the same side as the iPhone. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but if you're a Nothing fan, please don't go around denying this fact. Front of the phone is dominated by this 6.55-inch flexible OLED display. These are not the smallest bezels, but we finally get nice uniform bezels throughout, with a hole punch cutout at the top left for the front-facing camera. I personally think it would have looked much better with the cutout at the center. I mean, that would have given this phone a very symmetric look. There's an optical in-display fingerprint sensor. It is fast to unlock the phone, but I think it is placed a bit too lower for my liking. For the specs, this Nothing Phone 1 is packing the Snapdragon 778G Plus processor with Adreno 642L GPU. While this is a very good performing chipset, it is not new or even a top of the line processor, but Nothing thinks that it can make it work really well with all the software optimizations. This chipset is coupled with 8 or 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM and 128 or 256GB of fast UFS 3.1 storage. I haven't spent a lot of time with this phone, so I can't really say how these specs are affecting the overall performance. I will be using this phone as my main phone for the next few days and let you guys know how I feel then. It's running a pretty bare bones, almost stock-like Android skin on top of Android 12, which felt very smooth and fluid in the short time that I have spent with it. The best thing is, there is no bloatware or non-useful pre-installed apps out of the box. I have installed most of the apps that you see here, so this thing is really nice. Now let's just hope that Nothing won't be adding any bloatware with software updates like we have seen some other brands do. Another thing which I can't really say a lot about right now is its battery backup. It is something about which I can only learn after using this phone for a bit longer. It does come with a 4500 mAh battery, which I think should be good enough for a day's worth of work. It however doesn't come with a charger in the box. So yes, this atrocity has made its way in the sub 40,000 rupees segment as well. I have a feeling that Nothing is not really targeting this phone towards gamers, or else they would have gone with the Snapdragon 888 or at least the 870 processor. But then that would have made this phone cost a lot more. I think they want to target more of everyday phone users. To see if this strategy pays out or not, all we can do is wait and watch from the sidelines. Alright guys, that is all I had to talk about in this short video about this Nothing Phone 1. It's a new company, so if I was you, I won't rush into buying this phone right away. I would say give it a couple of months, wait for some real life and long-term reviews, see if there are any major issues with it, and if there are, keep an eye on how Nothing handles them. And if all seems to go well, then go ahead and get it for yourself. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time using it as my main phone, taking a lot of images with it, and try and post a couple of quick videos before I return this phone to Harsh. Again, a big thanks and shout out to Harsh for letting me borrow this phone. A link to his channel will be in the description section if you guys want to check it out. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for a lot more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.